much for joining us today on The Beauty of Beats, where we go on a journey with you to build your very own song. So let's just get started. So I'm using just an iPad. That's all I'm going to use. And the application that's free for every Apple user, which it's iPhone, iMac, iPad, is GarageBand. So let's open that up. And you can see Create Song in the upper left. That's what I'm going to click on. These other options that you see, EDM, chill, rock, all of those are pre-made songs that you can play around with to kind of get used to the program. But here, we really want to express ourselves and figure out the deeper meaning of music and really build our own song. So we're going to do a blank template, which is new in the upper left. So let's click on that. Now, this is kind of your whiteboard, if you will. This is where we're going to figure out exactly what sounds we want to mix together: drums, bass, all the different instruments that are available to us. So I'm going to hit the plus sign. And you can see when I hit that, I've got either loops or instruments. So loops are pre-recorded singular instruments, whether it be a keyboard or drums or a piano. An instrument is actually playing it. We're actually going to use a combination of both. But let's start with loops. The reason I start with loops is because this is the best way for me to figure out exactly how I'm feeling, how I'm going to be able to transfer my energy. So I'm going to hit this X in the upper left next to drums. And these are all the loops that are available to me. And I always like to start with an instrument. So I'm going to hit instruments. And the type of instrument that I choose is really based off my mood, because that's what I'm doing this for. Is something, whether it be my day, my week, my month, there's an emotion that I can't express with just the written word or by talking to somebody. I need to do music, and this is the best way for me to figure it out. So I think for me, I'm going to start with a guitar. That's how I'm feeling. It's a little upbeat. This is our first episode, so let's listen to some guitar and see what we do. So these are all different loops. All I have to do is click on them to listen. So I'm going to click on this one right here. That's not... Boogie right. I kind of like it. I kind of like that too. I like both these boogies, but yeah, I like that. So that's how I'm kind of feeling. Feeling in a good mood. This is what I'm trying to express to myself, right? And to you. And let's go on this journey together where we're able to, some of you might feel this, some of you might not. But that's another part of the magic of music. Oh, I like that. So now I'm going to hit the add sign because I want to get some drums in here. Let's get some rhythm. So I hit the add sign, loops. I'm going to X that out. Instruments and all drums. Now you can see these are all the drums available. But I'm going to hit genres and I'm going to hit hip hop, because that's how I'm feeling. Now, this is a little fast for a hip-hop song, but I'm scrolling through. And the reason I'm doing that is because I like to try different things. And if I always start at the top, I don't know if I get to hear some of these. So let's see what they are. You can hear that's a little off. So I'm going to take it out and let's see, because that might just be some lag. Now, this is where the creative process. So I really like those drums. And the guitar, I'm just going to delete it. So I'm going to hit the guitar, double click it, and hit delete. Because I like this. And I want to build something around this. And that's part of the creative process. It's okay. Just because I started with the guitar doesn't mean I have to finish with it. You can do whatever you want. This is your world. So I wanted to get rid of that. Now I also want to slow this down. Now how do I do that? I'm going to hit this gear in the upper right? And you see tempo? says 110. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to bring it down. Most hip hop is in the 90s. Oh, and I like that. Now I'm going to add, let's add a loop. I'm still feeling the guitar, so I'm going to hit the add sign, loops, X, instruments, and guitar. And what can we get going on here? Let's scroll down. Hang tight. Let's see what it is. Oh. Oh, come on. Oh, yes. Let's take it. I like that. So I drag it over. Now I'm going to hit this arrow on the bottom. Let's listen to it both together. Oh, come on. That is exactly how I'm feeling. All right, so let's hit the add sign. I'm going to add another loop. Now, this one I'm just listening to it. I'm thinking I want a little more hi-hat. So I'm going to hit the X up here, and I'm going to search the Apple loops, okay? And I'm going to search for a topper. Now, what a topper is that's usually a hi-hat, maybe a snare, okay? That's what a topper is. So I'm going to search for a topper, and here's all of my options. So let's go through and listen to some of these. Ooh, I like that, but let's see what else we got. No. Ooh, I like that. That is funky. Let's take that. I'm gonna take it, drag it over, and let's listen to it all. Oh. See, you can choose. That's all you're doing is you're discovering exactly what your mood is. That's the beauty of beats. And then it's even better when you can share it with somebody. You know, when you can't find the words, this is a great outlet. You know, this is really how I'm feeling right now. Just making this with you. You know, and you can do this. You can absolutely do this. All right, so I'm gonna hit the add sign. And I want to add a bass line, okay? Now, I am going to play the bass line. So let's figure it out. I'm going to do instruments. So I'm going to click on instruments. Oops. Hit instruments. I'm going to scroll over. And I'm going to go to bass. So I click on bass. Now, these are all chords, but I want to go to the actual notes, okay? So I'm going to hit notes. And here's kind of playing an upside down guitar. And the way I do is I play the higher notes to try to figure out what sounds good. So let's play them. See, I'm just playing it. I'm just trying to find these notes. Ooh, I do kind of like that. Have fun with it. I like this. I like that. I do like that. That's what I need. Now, once I figure it out, I'm gonna hit the. Wait, because I'm gonna hit that little record button up at the top. Once I'm ready to go, and here we go. All right, so I got it. Now it's not going to be perfect. That's the thing. It's never going to be perfect. And what you're going to play. All right, so I'm going to hit this little grid up here, and that's going to bring me back to, instead of playing the bass, I'm going to be back where my loops are. Now I'm going to hit this bottom left corner, and that's going to let me edit it, just because I don't know why it went there, but I'm going to grab it and move it over to the left. Okay? Now I'm also going to edit my bass, because it's a little off. So I'm going to click it. I'm going to hit edit. Hit edit. All right, now it's off. Now I'm going to click the actual, so this is actual recording of the bass line that I played. So I'm going to click it. Now, there's a lot of options, but I'm going to hit settings. Okay, and now quantization. Okay, it's a big word. It seems a little scary, but all it means is it lines it up. That's all it means. So I'm going to hit quantization, and you never almost need to go to a 32nd or 64 note. That's all how fast you're playing, but because of how slow the beat is, I can do it to a 8th note. And let's listen. Sounds right on with me, right? So all that did when I lined it up to a 1/8 is every one of these little hash marks right here is a 16th, so it lined up every 2 of those. So if I was even playing the bass off, what it would allow me to do is line it up. Okay? So I'm going to save that. Oh, so listen, this is our beat right here. Now I'm going to slide over. This gives me all the volumes, and I'm going to click on that bass. Now if I hit this little settings up here next to the FX, that's going to allow me to change the type of bass that I'm using. So instead of Liverpool, I'm going to click on Liverpool, and I always like the muted. It has a little more hip-hop feel. You'll hear. Oh, yes. See, I just like that. So if I click that and I hit these options up here, again, the little settings, I can add a little reverb. And all reverb is if you're talking in like a room, it gives you that little bit of an echo, whereas echo actually gives you an echo. Very similar to that. Now I like this. Now this is a good part to sing over or to rap over. But what we want is we want to make a chorus, because what we like to do on the Beauty of Beats is make everything at once. So I'm going to add another loop. Okay? I'm going to X out instruments. And here what I'm going to search for is leads. It's like a lead guitar. It's something that you want to put in your chorus. And we'll get into that as I actually play out the beat. So I'm going to search a lead. And you'll hear exactly what these are. So let's scroll down. Some of them, again, if they don't work, move on. That doesn't work. That's not bad, but let's... Nope. Oh. Come on. That's exactly what I'm feeling. Alright, so I'm going to drag that over here. Now, what this is basically the chorus. So I'm going to hit the full, let's listen to it. Oh. That's time for me to put in both headphones. Let's listen to this for a second. Oh, yes. All right. Now I'm going to hit on that and it just stops it. You hear that? So they're going to constantly keep playing. And let's stop them all together. All right? So what we've done is really built out the entirety of the beat. Okay, we have the part which is called the verse, which is wherever people rap or sing, the verse over. The hook or the chorus is the part that most people know of the song. And what I did is I added this little number to separate the chorus from the verse. So that will not be in the verse at all. And that's a way to really separate the song. And the next thing I'm going to add, which is really going to be the final piece of this beat today, is really going to be kind of what we call a fill. It kind of gets people ready for something to happen, whether it be going from a verse to a chorus or a chorus to a verse. So I'm going to play this. Oh, yes. That's exactly how I am feeling. So I'm going to hit that add sign. I'm going to hit loops, and I'm going to X out lead. And instead, it's called a fill. So I'm going to hit fill, and I'm going to search that. Now let's see. Crowd groove, what's this? I like that. Now you don't do it all the time. You don't do that all the time. It's only when you're transitioning from a chorus to a verse. So now the beautiful part of building it like this is, let's listen to just that's a great little chorus right there, and let's do this. Oh, see, all I'm doing is hitting play or stop on each of these. And these are a great way to start, building a verse or a chorus or leading into the song. So I think so I'm going to hit over to the right. So that way it stops everything. All right, so we're pretty much ready to actually build out, an intro, a verse, a chorus, and another verse, okay? And the way we're going to do that is I want to use what we're taking in the chorus, okay? Which is this. I want to start with that. Right? Maybe not alone. So let's see, maybe the bass sounds good with it. All right, so I kind of like how that sounds. Now, I think, what if we do all three of these? All right, I like how that is. So that's how we're going to start the song. So all I'm going to do to fully record the song is hit the record button up here. It's going to give me a little countdown. So I'm going to hit these three. Right? And that just brings you right into it. Come on. And then let's bring it out. Oh. Right? And just come on. And you can feel it. And then let's stop because you got to imagine that somebody's singing or rapping over this right now. That's what's going on. We're making the bass line for vocalists, singers, artists, yourself, to express themselves verbally and with their own instrument over this. That's what we're making this for, And that's the beauty of beats. So I hit the right, and I'm going to hit the stop. And if I hit right up here where it's the little grid, you'll see that this is the recorded version of what we just made. Okay? including the verse, everything that I just hit. That's what's right here. Okay? And again, you can definitely do this. You just saw exactly, it's exactly the creative process. Sometimes you have to drop something. Sometimes it's you started with a good thought, but it's not there anymore. You know, it just doesn't fit with where your emotions are going. That's all you're really doing, is expressing yourself through music, and this is allowing you to do it all on just an iPad. So thank you so much for your time. We're only possible because of people like you, and I know you're incredible, and you have that passion, that creativity, that you just want to express, and there is nothing better than getting how you feel out with the beauty of beats. So thank you, and let's enjoy the journey we're on together, and see you next time. Thank you.